Finally, what we've been expecting for months, the highly anticipated first major update to Quasimorph just dropped. Today update 0.5 or patch number 1 as the developers call it just went live. I am so excited, I can't wait to dive into Quasimorph yet again with a fresh start and get to experience all the cool new items and mechanics, especially now after all the quality of life improvements. Let's go over the major changes real quick together with our friendly AI narrator Daniel. Take it away, Daniel.
Version 0.5 is not compatible with old saves. A wipe was necessary to introduce new mechanics, fix serialization issues, and address the common saves with end-of-dream problem.
As expected, progress wiped and a chance to start fresh. This is an early access after all, we all knew what we signed up for.
Completely reworked tutorial now consists of 2 full-fledged story missions. The tutorial can be skipped only on replay. A skip dialog window appears at the beginning of the tutorial.
I'll definitely have to check that out. The old one wasn't bad though.
Overall balance rework and adjustments to many game parameters.
I guess we'll have to see how it plays now, won't we? I am, however, looking forward for that upcoming class skills rework, hopefully sooner than later.
Added new crafting recipes, new body parts for Quasimorphs, and old enemies received new weapon presets.
Yes, I'll have more of everything, please. Good, very good.
Improved character visuals in the game. Now each weapon in the character's hands visually corresponds to the item in the inventory, so it will be easier to distinguish an enemy with a disc gun from an enemy with a flamethrower.
That's great because it was always tedious to inspect everyone in a room, and they also improved the default information window when you inspect an enemy. Now you get the info centralized on the first screen so you don't have to click each separate tab to see resistances and gear.
Added new tracks for the first and third phases of Quasimorphosis for the Venus Bramphatura.
Venus Bramphatura, now that's a mouthful. Well said, Daniel. Yeah, but seriously, more epic tracks, more epicness, cool beans.
New mechanic, toxic puddles. Landing on them causes damage to any creature. Beware, Venusian spiders leave an acid puddle after death. Acid, when in contact with a mine or grenade, activates their explosion.
Okay, now these new toxic puddles are really nasty. I've died to them already. Watch out.
New mechanic, water dousing, extinguishing. Now, a water bottle can be used through the context menu to extinguish a burning character and remove the burning effect. After use, a water puddle is left where the fire cannot reach.
All these times I've been dying to flamethrowers and there was the solution right in front of me. Just pour a bottle of water on my face.
Poison damage, toxic, leaves a new type of wound, and with a chance, it may develop the poisoning effect. Poisoning works similarly to morphine addiction and can be cured with an antidote. With each instance of poison damage, there is a chance that poisoning will progress to the next stage.
Awesome. This is actually good. New purpose given to some of the medicinal items that were pretty much useless before.
Quasimorph barons can now use the abilities of their skull.
I'm not really sure what they mean by this. I think it's when you transform your character into one of those Quasimorph alts. Haven't played with it much.
New weapon, Gorgon Chemical Sprayer, works similarly to a regular flamethrower but leaves toxic puddles on the tiles instead of fire. New weapon, Grenade Launcher. The grenade launcher can be loaded with grenades of any kind. Be careful. A grenade fired from a grenade launcher will explode during the same turn as a shot. Added a new type of item, Mine, set via right-click in the inventory, similar to a turret. The mine takes several turns to activate. After activation, the mine will explode when someone is on an adjacent tile or in the mine tile.
Amazing new toys and I can't wait to play around with them. Blow some limbs off. The mines will surely add a new tactical dimension to things. I wonder how they work against bosses.
Added new objects on levels. Many old objects gain the ability to be destroyed. Some objects, when destroyed, will leave water or acid around them. Added a new type of workbench, Stove, which has its unique set of recipes. Added new mechanics for meat. Now, when in contact with fire, it will turn into roasted meat, and after a certain time, it will rot and turn into spoiled meat.
You hear that, guys? More ways to cook that delicious human meat. Iguana on a stick, anyone? W in the comments if you got the reference.
Visiting stations and completing missions will take in-game time.
I don't even know why this wasn't in the game already.
Transforming into a Baron, ultimate abilities reworked. Transformation duration increased from 20 to 100 turns. The penalty for using such an ultimate now deducts 5 max health but heals from all wounds after application.
Yeah, this is related to that thing with the abilities earlier. Maybe I'll get to play with it more now.
Blinking characters and enemies when they receive damage from wounds, acid added. Added a bonus damage parameter for certain types of ammunition. When stunned, a visual pause of 0.3 seconds is added to make this state more noticeable. The burning effect on the character will now leave a burn after it finishes its action, not during burning. reworked the visual of the grenade flight, added animations for grenade throwing and melee weapons. The Pyromaniac perk no longer affects the duration of the player's burning when they receive the burning effect from their own fire.
So all the more awareness information for the player, the better. I approve of all of these.
The emergency box will no longer be issued if it or its contents are already in the player's possession.
Good. No more free infinite 9mm ammo, food and meds.
Autodoc and Gava can now heal morphine addiction and poisoning.
I think the Autodoc should be able to heal everything, including missing limbs. The Gava, however, might be getting overpowered though.
In the faction window in the item block, possible rewards for completing tasks are now shown, not what can be traded with the faction.
There you go, people. Quasimorph just became even more awesome, and that's not all the changes in patch 1. The developers also included a whole bunch of fixes and quality of life improvements, out of which my most requested feature, a rework of how the workbench crafting works. We can finally craft items with a single click on the item recipe. Oh, thank you, Lord. I can't even begin to say how much we needed that. You can check out all the patch notes details on the Quasimorph Steam page. I'll drop a link below in the description. Quasimorph is looking good indeed. Expect more cool Quasimorph videos on this channel soon. Drop a like if you did and tell me what do you think of this patch. Were you expecting something else? Maybe some character class reworks? Leave a comment below. That's it. I'm off to play the game. Grab loot, die hard, Godspeed. I'm out.
Roger. In.